Hi, the Unity family. We're back again on the AfricaUnity platform. My name is KingIdris and I'm out here with Mr. Steve Ade. We're back again on this lovely week to keep giving you guys the good looks and the good things that have already happened in Africa and international community. So what do you think we'll be doing today, sir?
No, we need to thank our esteemed viewers for coming back every time we upload the content to see it. We need to thank them. And today, we promise them we give them another good insight into happenings around us.
Okay, my people, so we give a lot of kudos to you guys. We've seen the the development and the improvement on this channel, like you liking our content, commenting on our content. You guys give us a lot of zeal to keep doing what we're doing, and we're back again and we'll be kicking it. We'll be starting with the prolific case that happened in Ghana. Is very, very prolific because it's one of the great news that I really enjoy myself, because the Harvard Business School, came to Ghana to visit the beautiful country on the home shore of the African home in the motherland. They came to Ghana with all the students to visit Ghana and talk to the authorities of Ghana in terms of their good work, the incredible work in linking the Africans and the African diaspora. What do you think about the visitation of the Harvard Business School in Ghana 2023?
Yeah, this is a good sign. It is very, very good. It's very, very encouraging. Harvard is one of the best schools in the whole world. Yeah. And I think it's the first degree awarded institution in the United States of America.
Yes, yeah.
It was founded around 1636. It has lived over 380 years. So wow. This is a school of good reckoning all over the world. And for Harvard to come down to Africa and for them to have chosen Ghana is very, very instructional. It's very, very encouraging. We have talked severally on this platform how Ghana as a country is positioning herself for the whole world to come back and invest in Ghana. And one way to improve a country is by education and investment. Now, one of the best schools in the world is coming to Ghana to visit Ghana. This is very, very good. It will encourage a lot of Ghanaians to go to Harvard. And if there's Harvard is purely a research institute. Yeah, it's purely a research institute. So, yeah, the number one research institute in the United States of America. Yeah. So right. Now, if this school is collaborating with schools in Ghana, it will help Ghana a lot. Of course, it will help Africa. One of the things we lack in Africa is research. Mm-hmm. So if one of the best research institute in the world is visiting Ghana with a lot of faculty, it is a good thing. It will encourage a lot of students to go into that area of expertise, and on a whole, it's going to be a good relationship between Ghanaian schools and American schools. Yeah. And we know that the American schools have a lot of prolific, attachment with the West African schools, like some schools in East Legon in Ghana and some schools in Lagos, Nigeria, like the University of Lagos in Nigeria and Obafemi Awolowo University in Nigeria. We know the American institution, they have this very, very, close relationship with the West African institution and tertiary institution. So it's a good look, because this is one of the best schools in the world. It's not even in America, it's in the world. Most of the president of America comes from this school. Yes. Most of the the business leaders around the world, most of the business leaders you can talk to around in the world that give a lot of seminars to people, most of them comes from Harvard institution in America. Yes. There are some institutions that are iconic for their history. Yeah. Harvard is one of them. It's the first degree award institution in the United States of America. Yeah, you're right. A school that has survived almost 400 years. It's not a school we can say it's just coming up. Yeah. This is a standard school by world standard. And as you said, most congressmen in America attended Harvard. Oh, for sure. President for sure. Attended, even our own, one of our best ministers in Nigeria, Minister of Finance the other time, Okojo Iweala, attended this school too.
Harvard University.
Yes, Harvard.
Wow.
So it's one of the best. It is a school that produces top men in business, in politics, in everything.
In the world.
This is a good one for Ghana.
So my people, this is what we're talking about. We can see the new innovation and development whereby the Ghana authorities and the prolific president of Ghana, the sitting president of Ghana, President Akufo-Addo Dankwa, have already architectured this movement of, you know, coming back home on the African soil. And a lot of people around the world, you're talking about people in Europe, most of the diasporans, the African American diasporans, the FBA, most of them make the back home, you know, to celebrate the lifestyle, you know, and celebrate the mother home straight from Africa. So, you know, this is what we talked about. It's all about unity on this platform. It's all about development. We want the goodness for all African kids. So we'll be going to the next one. We'll be talking about the Ghana Nigerian modern vehicle manufacturing company in Africa. We have Innocent from Nigeria, Innocent Vehicle Manufacturing Company from Nigeria, and we have the Katanka, you know, automobile vehicle manufacturing company from Ghana. So what do you think about this new development of the two greatest country coming out of West Africa now developing, you know, they're building vehicles for themselves, you know, for the growth of Africa. So what do you think about this new look? Because a lot of people think Africa is just a bush, like a forest.
No, people who think America and Africa,
yes,
is still a bush, people who still dwell in ignorance. We have said this severally. Some of the top-notch professionals
in the world
are from Nigeria and Ghana.
Yeah.
Some of the top-notch people in medical field, at least in the United States, in the United Kingdom, in Canada, are from western part of Africa.
Yes,
so Africa is not what it was 100, 200 years ago.
You know, that's what the Western culture keeps showing them on their TV. People running around, tigers, lions running around the bush, and they think that's what we are. You know, they think that's what we're. But now the Ghanaian government and the Nigerian government have already come up with these two manufacturing companies, vehicle manufacturing companies, Innocent from Nigeria and Katanka from Ghana. So what do you think about this new phase?
Katanka in Ghana is of special interest to me because this man, Arland, is also a founder of a church.
Yes. A leader.
The founder of a church. Unlike in Nigeria, most of our church leaders are just rich. The only business I think I know they do is establish schools.
Yes.
Where, in my own opinion, they can still propagate their religion. But this man is,
and it's not even free school.
Of course, it's not free.
They have to pay for it.
Yeah, but this man is going into an aspect of business that is very, very unique. This
high level in technology.
Yes.
It's the same thing Elon Musk is doing in America. That's what him too is doing in Ghana, in Africa.
Automobile industry is capital intensive, is technologically driven, and you have to be in control of expertise, technical know-how to do this.
Yeah, technical
and this guy is even doing SUVs. So this is a very...
So they are making SUVs in Ghana.
Yeah, they are making SUVs in Ghana. This is very, very, very good for Ghana. This is very, very good. We cannot say less of this. It is very, very good. If this man can continue like this, get subvention from government.
Aid from government.
This will help Africa a lot. And like that, 75% of things he use are locally sourced.
Yeah, everything they get it from Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire.
Yes.
From Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire. Yeah.
This is very, very good. This will create jobs. This will encourage more people locally to go into this. And this will break a barrier that we can do things.
Yeah, we can do things.
We can do things on our own.
By ourselves.
Ourselves. We don't need to look up to Western world for everything. Fortunately, Nigeria is doing its own version too. By
Innocent.
Innocent. The man picked the name from his name too from Innocent. He picked Innocent, just like Kataka too picked that name from his own.
Oh, his own name too.
Yeah, from his own name too. So this guy too is doing very well in Nigeria, and one of the prominent means of transport locally in Nigeria is what we call a tricycle, which we call keke.
Tricycle, keke napep.
Yeah, this guy is doing a lot of the. In fact, his automobile assembly has capacity of producing 60,000 a year.
Wow.
Which
60,000
tricycle in a year.
In a year. 60,000 capacity of tricycle in a year.
In a year, innocent, which is very, very massive. And again, I've learned that he has even made some vehicles that he donated to Sierra Leone.
Yeah, so, I heard about that.
This is very, very good. This is very, very encouraging. These are the people we want on the face of Nigeria and Ghana to represent us, not people who will come with fraudsters. No, we don't want those people.
They just come to deceive us, you know, and embezzle and take money out, and there won't be nothing to prove for it and show for it at the end of the day.
Who are even innocent to locally sourced materials, about 70%
is from Nigeria. From Nigeria.
So these people are doing very, very well. They are. All we need to do now is support them as much as possible. We encourage government to back them up. To back them up.
Yeah.
And
to invest more.
To invest in them.
Yeah. So other African youths can benefit from these too and work for them.
These people have created a lot of employment.
I'm telling you, my brother.
In a region where we battle with a high rate of unemployment. This is very, very good. We pray that government will support them and
they'll keep pushing out.
Maybe tax waivers and things like that to encourage them.
To keep the company.
Yeah, give them loans at 1 digit so that they can do more of this and perhaps even export.
They shouldn't make it too hard on them.
No, it shouldn't.
Okay, so you know, my people, this is a good look. I like it because it's a new face for the African children, and mainly for West Africa. We know South Africa have their own face. You know, in the eastern face of Africa too, they have like Kenya holding it down, and on the northern front of Africa, you have the Egypt, Algeria, Tunisia, Morocco. You know, all this going on. And on the West Africa, Ghana and Nigeria is the main country that is holding the glory of the African youth, and we're spreading it to the whole wide world in the international community. So my people, this is a good look. We'll be going to the next one. We'll be talking about the Nigeria and Ghana West African national security. You know, the West African countries have already sit down and they have already talked about the national security for all West African countries, and mostly is being channeled and pushed well to the forefront by the Ghana president, which is one of the, you know, the head of the Ecowas, and backed up by, you know, the sitting president of Nigeria, President Muhammad Buhari. And they have already talked on how they're going to secure and protect the West African province in terms of security on the face of Africa. So what do you think about this national security issue in Africa?
Ghana is always in the forefront when we are talking of Pan-Africanism.
Yeah, it's the home of Pan-Africanism in West Africa.
If Ghana is coming forth for a collaboration among West African states for security, it is not a surprise. It's what the Ghana is used to. And two, if you look at the position of Nigeria today, almost every part of Nigeria is not safe.
Yeah, for sure. We see what is happening in the
western part, a section is crying for Yoruba nation, a kind of secession from the country.
Yeah,
in the eastern part, the same thing. Northeast, northwest, bandits are everywhere.
And you even have the Arewa agitation group too on the way in the northern province of Nigeria.
Is highly populous, over 200. If there is a crisis, all West African countries will suffer from it.
Oh yeah,
because our population is too explosive. So the presidents that have come together about this, they have thought well. They are thinking forward. They are visionary in this case. One thing they want to do now is to protect African countries from crisis. You know, since the fall of Gaddafi in Libya, there has been an increase
in terrorist attack.
In proliferation of firearms.
Yeah, in the service of the Saharan era.
They are coming down.
Coming down too.
Yes, they are coming down to West Africa, and we need to tame them before they take over Africa.
Yeah.
So that what the crisis we have in Afghanistan will not happen in West Africa, which will be very, very.
In terms of the terrorist attack by Al Qaeda and the ISWAP and the other and the rest.
We have pockets of that in Nigeria, and although it's going down a bit now
with the Boko Haram issue.
Yes, and many other factions of even Boko Haram and ISWAP influence.
Even some people, some Nigerians believe the Boko Haram, they are from these ISWAP people.
Yeah, there is a faction of Boko Haram that leans towards ISWAP. So we cannot read it out there. They have finances.
Yeah, they are, and they speak the same languages.
So
they're from the Fulani tribe, you know.
So if African leaders will come together and make a kind of army, a kind of security to protect West African nations, it is very, very good. There's no country that can thrive in insecurity.
No.
So it is a good one from African leaders who have come up with this. It is good.
Okay, so what really happened is because they thought about after the death of the Idris Deby, the former president of Niger, after his death, that died in the battlefield when he went to, visit his gorilla on the battle side on the Sahara coast. Is this same Isba group that killed this man, that attacked ambush the army of Nigeria at this time, and they killed Idris Deby. After the death of Idris Deby, the ECOWAS forum have already sit up because Idris Deby is the main leader that they put in the Saharan area, because if you check Niger, they're very close to the Saharan. So Idris Deby was the one securing the territory with his military force. But after he died, they need another country or another leader to stand up. And because most of the African leaders too, they can't do much because of the influx of the French colonized countries, because French have massive power on the French colonized country. So they can't do nothing. But now they're sitting up and they're thinking how they can work together among themselves, and how France and the international community like the United Nations can back them up, and AU, to secure this territory because of the terrorist attack. Because in the past 10-15 years before, it's very hard you heard of terrorist attack in the western side of Africa.
Yes.
But now it's a case that is coming up now. So this is the reason why they're doing this. So my people, this is what we talked about. Africa security is a must. The national security between Ghana and Nigeria is a must. And I hope all the other African countries to support these two prolific leaders, President Akufo-Addo Dankwa of Ghana and the President of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari. So my people will be going to the next one. We'll be talking about Ghana-Nigeria Tertiary institution. The best tertiary institution in Africa. It's been stated like some schools in Nigeria and Ghana have already been picked as one of the best schools in Africa. But the development about this that I know that is the right way is because they're right about this is because they say more Nigerians go to Ghana schools than Ghana coming to Nigerian schools. So they give the best schools to Ghana. Why? We have a lot of prolific schools in Nigeria, but they say they have more international students in Ghana than Nigeria. People coming from Somalia, Sudan, South Sudan, Eritrea, Lesotho, South Africa, coming to school in Ghana. So what do you see about this?
Let us lay a background to this. Nigeria today has about 170 institutions that award degrees. So we have about 170 universities in Nigeria today.
Wow, that's a lot.
Private, state-owned, and federal-owned, 170. The private universities in Nigeria alone today, they are about 79.
Wow.
That is more than all
79.
the universities we have in Ghana.
Private universities.
Private universities in Nigeria today. More than what we have in Ghana. We have more population than Ghana. So if we have more university, that is understandable.
Yeah.
But again, we must give it to Nigeria in certain areas. When we do the ranking of universities in West Africa, Nigerian university, as you said, are always among the top.
Yeah, in West Africa.
Among the top.
They studied University of Ibadan, and they studied University of Lagos too. Part of the best universities.
And Onepeople University and ABU
Zaria, and they picked Covenant University too.
Among the private Covenant University is always the top.
Yeah.
These are good universities, no doubt. But there are reasons why Nigerians will send their children to school in Ghana. One is uninterrupted academic session in Ghana.
Yeah, there's no strike.
There's no strike.
No ASU strike in Ghana.
The last time ASU, Academic Staff Union of Universities, were on strike for 9 months.
Wow.
That is a whole academic year.
Yeah.
Wasted. That is one. Two, why Nigerians will prefer to send their children to Ghana is this. JAMB, which is Joint Admission and Matriculation Board, that is the body that regulates admissions into universities in Nigeria. That regulates admissions, that conducts exams for admission into Nigerian universities, whether state-owned or privately owned institutions. The chairman, Professor Ishaq Oloyede, stated just recently that a parent came to him, a parent whose child scored 333 out of 400
JAM result.
In JAM organized exam.
Yeah, the final result,
That is an average of more than 80%.
Yeah.
That child was denied admission. He wanted to study medicine.
He scored 33%.
333 out of 400.
333 out of 400 as the pass mark.
As a pass mark.
400 is the pass mark, but
400 is the maximum.
Maximum pass mark, okay.
That 400 is the maximum.
But
nobody has ever scored 400.
Okay, but he scored 333,
which is an average of more than 80.
It's like 80%.
Yes, in this subject, because you have to offer 4 subjects.
English, maths,
and 300 subjects.
And biology and some other subjects.
For this student that put in for medicine, he has to study English, physics, chemistry, biology. Now, after scored 333, the natural law should be that this boy will be offered admission.
Straight admission.
But he was not offered admission for medicine.
Why?
It was advised to study microbiology because this school claimed that the score was not enough.
What is?
Until the chairman of the board had to call the school.
There is difference between biology and
the school
medicine.
On the list of successful students. That particular student was the 3rd on the list.
Wow.
This is corruption.
The same way in Nigeria. That's what is going on in Nigeria.
This is corruption. That is where some people will leave. That is where some people will even prefer to go to private-owned institutions. So this is another reason why people go to Ghana for school. Another thing is security. If I live in the western part of the country, it will not make any sense for me to send my children to go to school in the northeast or northwestern part of the country. When we were young, these are the things that were common. You leave your zone and go to other zones to experience new culture, new language, new food, new lifestyle.
Because we have a lot of culture and tradition.
Different cultural differences. But now it's not common. So if you want to learn other things, you better go to another country. So that is why people from Nigeria will rather go to Ghana to study. Of course, Ghanaians will not come here. Why would they come here? They leave their comfort zone and come to a country that is not safe. They leave their country and come to where
there's no light.
There's no power supply. So all these are the things. And if you have more for international students in your school, that school is rated better. So this is what, in my opinion, this is what happened.
So the African children now from Nigeria are moving to Ghana massively for a better life. In terms of, the electricity in Ghana, the developmental growth in Ghana, and in terms of security, the Ghana police, head of police, and the Ghana government, they are not joking with their security.
And the academic calendar is stable.
There's no ASU strike, no shortcut of school. They did everything the right way. So my people, this is what we're talking about. We wish the Nigerian government sit down, sit back, you know, and study Ghana government and the authorities in Ghana emulate how they do their stuff, because it's the new hub and the new home for the best tertiary institution in Africa. It's not about the money of Nigeria. It's not about the population. It's not about how much people put in the school. It's about, you know, how the school works for the developmental growth of all African kids. So my people will be going to the next topic. We'll be talking about the Ghana-Nigeria ECOWAS group. I've already set up and they have already put it out that how is it going to be for them to work together and be using the African natural resources to purchase stuff with the Western countries in the world. Like if they want to buy crude oil, they should buy back with the African resources, like with gold. Then we want to trade with them with gold now. The West African bodies they are talking about is how the African countries can trade with the Western countries with African resources, with gold. So what do you think about this? Because we have crude oil in Nigeria, we have crude oil in Ghana. So anybody that want to purchase, coming straight to Africa to purchase, we want to collect gold from them. So what do you think about this?
This in essence is what is called trade by barter.
Yeah, trade by barter.
So
that's what we want to do.
Yeah, the African leaders want to ditch the use of dollars.
Yeah, they want to ditch the use of dollars
and use gold.
Yeah,
as a means of purchase. But I don't think that can fly. I don't think that can fly because most of the natural resources are even in Africa in the first place. So how with Japan, for instance, or China, if you want to do business with China, which I believe we have high volume of trade with, we come to Africa with gold. I don't know how much gold
they want to deal with.
China has in its reserve to trade with African countries with gold, unless the only thing that I can see here is that China will come to Africa, steal more gold, and still use that same gold to trade with us, Africa, because they don't have enough gold to, if they have at all. Africa is a home of gold. Ghana was a Gold Coast at the time. The main home of gold. Yeah, that is where we have the reserve of gold. South Africa, we have it.
Diamond and gold.
Diamond. So I don't think America has
Zambia.
I don't think America has gold to trade with. I don't think China has gold to trade with.
Yeah.
So if African leaders want gold instead of dollars, that is going to be difficult, in my own opinion.
They want to dish the dollar,
the use of dollars,
plainly, and they want them to deal with.
We are not strong enough
to do that.
We are not strong enough to dictate the
for the Western world.
To dictate international currency.
Basis, yeah. Oh,
no,
okay. For the foreign policy.
No, you cannot dictate for America, for instance. American dollar is the global measurement when it comes to financial trading.
Yeah, in the world.
In the world. That's what you used to measure. It is not even the strongest, but that is what they use. In situations like this, political power of a country determines what goes.
Yeah.
America has the greatest influence around the world.
Yeah.
So that is why the American dollar is very powerful, and it's a means of transaction. For what about African countries that do not have gold?
You're right.
So I don't know how African countries want to make this one work. I don't know.
So it's not going to fly.
Yeah, it's not going to fly.
You think the Western world, they're not going to take it?
Maybe what they are trying to do is maybe Africans will give Western world gold and we get their products.
You see?
Instead of giving them money. If that is what they are looking at, maybe. So
the former president of Libya, Gaddafi, have already come out to state this before. That we can trade, we can turn the African currency to just pure goods. Then we ship the money, that will be our main currency. Then the Western world will trade with us with that. That is going to develop and help our economic issue.
But I'm looking at countries like Niger, Sudan, Burundi. Do they have enough gold to trade with? These are poor countries on
but
their own.
But they're part of the ECOWAS group. They can work with them. And they're together in the same box.
So
they can work with them. They can work with the countries that got the gold.
As at now, African countries do not speak with one voice. We are not united to that level yet.
That's why our international community, like ECOWAS, AU, they're trying to work together to make it a world cooperative community in West Africa.
Because I'm seeing a lopsided benefit in this case. Some countries in Africa will benefit largely.
Like Ghana will like benefit Nigeria, like Cote d'Ivoire.
All these people are comparatively, they are very rich countries.
Like Egypt,
compared
Kenya,
to countries like Burundi,
or Malawi,
Somalia, Sudan. These are going to no, they are not going to. I don't see how that will work out anyway. I don't see. Maybe they have other plans.
So the ECOWAS leaders and the African leaders, I know they have a lot of plans, to develop Africa and to put our ideology and our policy to the Western world, to tell them African youths and African leaders are ready to develop Africa, because everything we talk on this platform is just for the development of Africa and the international community, for the goodness of Africa for Africa. So my people, this is a good look from the West Africans country and and the international community of ECOWAS. So my brother, we wish they did the right thing at the right time. We'll be going on the next one. We'll be talking about the African American diasporans. They'll be coming to Ghana, like Jay-Z, Sway Calloway, Charlemagne the God. They give them new name. And we can see Sway Calloway, that is a well-known presenter on Good Morning Sway, like a program in America, a well-known, prolific presenter in the entire hip-hop community in America. And Charlemagne the God too had his own presentation, his own radio talks in New York. And Jay-Z is one of the one of the most successful rapper out of America. They came to Ghana, whereby Sway Calloway was even renamed Kwesi. And he really liked it because, the acceptance of the Ghanaian and the Ghanaian government of these people. So now we see a lot of them speak well about Ghana, the FBA, most of the African Americans, and a lot of people from UK too, they speak well of the Ghana people and the Ghana authorities. So what do you think about these prolific names, showcasing themselves, coming to Ghana? And also the reason why they come mostly, that made them come, is because of the Black Star Line Festival in Ghana. So what do you think about this?
We have said and we have commended the Ghana authority, especially the president of Ghana.
Yeah, Akufo-Addo Dankwa.
Yes. How he has made deliberate efforts in bringing back Africans in diaspora back to their roots. Ghana president inviting people back home, encouraging them back home, giving them native names for them to identify with their roots, and taking advantage of their popularity, their expertise, and their wealth
into Ghana economy.
Of course, Jay-Z is a big shot anytime.
Brother,
any day,
they say they have a lot of investment. Even Dave Chappelle, one of the biggest comedian in America, they have a huge investment in Ghana. He came for the December, dirty rave in December in Ghana, and the main reason is for the Black Star Line Festival being hosted by Chance the Rapper from Chicago, and Vic Mensa from Chicago, their main very prolific rapper out here in America. So what do you see about
this? Chance the rapper you mentioned, we need to tell people that he's of Ghana origin.
Yeah,
it's only based in the US.
Yeah,
and also, there is no place you'll be welcome you not want to go.
Oh yeah, for sure.
In America today, no matter your status, if you are black, you still not equal to white.
No.
You still not equal. So Africa is the best place for African people. That is the best place for them. And this is an opportunity. Somebody's calling them. Somebody's inviting them
to come back home.
Yeah, see the opportunity given to Make Me the other time.
Yeah. that he made it to the Jubilee House and he was doing video shoot in there, whereby a lot of people speak out. But it's a huge
honor.
privilege that they made them be able to sit with the government of the day. That's one of the most respected government president out of Africa.
Sure. See, JC2 is a big shot.
Yeah.
So Ngannou is a big shot. All these people, if these people come back home, their wealth, some of their wealth will be transferred here.
Yeah.
Their experience will be here. Their knowledge will be here. This is a good thing. This will encourage a lot of interaction, a lot of boom in business, a lot of boom in collaboration. For example, anybody JC put on his platform from Ghana, that person has become a superstar.
Yeah.
His wealth will increase, his knowledge will increase, his influence will increase. This is one of the things we can do to mop up crime among the youth. This is something. Imagine JC establish a record
label
in Ghana. This is going to be massive.
It's like the controller of Def Jam record. A lot of other records label like Sony Music. He had touches in every record label in America.
So this is very, very good. Black Star Line Festival is it happened in December, and this is the first time. I hope it will continue to bring in more stars, more famous people, influencers to Ghana, and I think the end will be good for everybody.
So the reason why a lot of African Americans are easily coming from the Black Star Line Festival is because from the early days of time when the prolific Pan-Africanist leader out of Jamaica come out and they're trying to take some African Americans back to Africa.
You are talking of Marcus Garvey.
Yeah, Marcus Garvey from Jamaica, the prolific leader at the time, really put in work, and named the ship on the coastline that take these Africans back to Africa. Like now, it's being called now Liberia. When they want to go back to Africa, they try to take them to Liberia. The name of the ship that take the African back to Africa is the Black Line Stars.
Black Star Line.
Being found by the Jamaican
it's
prolific
a kind of
leader.
Metaphoric name to indicate freedom.
Yes, for the African American people. Mostly people that are now settled in Liberia.
Yes, most of them settled in Liberia. So that name is instructional, and that festival is instructional that we are free now. You are welcome back home.
Yeah, so it's just like them following the footsteps of Marcus Garvey, and in bringing the black people back home. So these two from Chase the Rapper and Fik Mensa, it's just like another year of return.
Yes.
From rap artists, the musicians back to Ghana. It's like them working with the Ghana government on the initiative of the Ghana Authority. So my people, there's a big thing in Africa now, because the real son and the real children of Africa, they're coming back home. Like we see Jay-Z, Carlo Holloway, Charlemagne the God, Dave Chappelle, a lot of Usher, just name them, a lot of basketball stars, a lot of musicians, Hollywood stars, just name them. Ghana is the new face for the African children. So my brother will be going to the next one. We'll be talking about the mining companies in Africa. The West African presidents have already came up and sit up and deliberate about the issue of the galamsey in Ghana. The mining issue in Africa. It's not only in Ghana, but it's just like it's the Ghanaian galamsey that have already gone viral. They had a lot of these two in Nigeria, and in some prominent places in the northern province of Nigeria, like in Kaduna and some other places. And they talked about this mostly Chinese company, dredging the ground, and the galamsey means gather them and pack. And most of the people, the citizens of Ghana, they're benefiting from this, working with this company, these local small companies. So these local companies, the government, recognize them, but they want them to let the government knows everything they're doing. But most of these Chinese companies and Indian companies doing this mining business in West Africa, most of it is hidden from the government. So now they have already set up that there won't be no mining for foreigners in Africa, like what the Chinese have already did. You know, damages a lot of land. You know, a lot of issue going, taking our natural resources. A lot of, they even call the Chinese the Gendarmerie Queen, the Galamsey Queen in Ghana. A Chinese Galamsey Queen. Her name is Aisha. She traveled. They deported her in 2011. Then she came back in 2019, sneaking into the country. I have this on my platform. You can check it out if you want to know more about Galamsey. Check my platform, you see this. So she came back with fake ID, fake passports. Who did this stuff for her? And she came back. But this case have already gone viral. And the African leaders, mostly West Africa, Ghana, and Nigeria, and Cote d'Ivoire, Benin Republic, and Burkina Faso, they have already came and said, no, the table is changing now for African resources. They're not going to take it. So what do you think about this?
You know, China too is overpopulated.
Yeah, I know. It's like they're dumping their people over here in Africa for us.
The population of China is like the population of the whole of Africa. So Chinese people too, they move out en masse. And because Africa has been seen as a weak continent, this is where they come and do their illicit trade. And
they take advantage of the corruption and everything going on in Africa.
But what they do in Africa, they can't do it in Europe. They can't do it in the Americas. And unsupervised mining is ecological threat to any community. When you mine, when you create openings, create gullies, unsupervised, it is going to be danger in the future. Now, the Chinese people, in collaboration with local people, will come and exploit us and take the wealth to their country.
Everything.
It is not only in Ghana.
Yeah.
In Nigeria, Samfara.
Yeah.
The news is that these same Chinese people are the one mining gold there, unsupervised.
In Samfara State,
in Nigeria.
In the northern province of Nigeria.
So this is what they do. When they go to a place, they bribe some local chiefs or so, politicians,
and they take advantage of their ignorance.
Take advantage of that and do whatever they want to do. And of course, because Africa, in most cases, we don't have the technical know-how. If they mine 10 billion gold, they can even say they mined only just 2.
True. So because there's nobody supervising them.
There's nobody supervising them.
And we can't do that in their own country. They have to be supervised, they have to be processed. There have to be a lot of stuff we go through because we can. Even people that have business in these countries, they don't give them space like that the way we give them opportunity in Africa. We see these Chinese people beating people with belts and cane in Kenya.
It is the result of our greedy leaders. It is. Because they can't tell us they don't know.
They do know,
mining is not a secret business.
No. The government have to be the one involved in a way.
Like you mentioned, somebody deported from Ghana and sneaking into the country. Now, for you to get a passport in another person's name, it is a crime. I believe Chinese authorities will know about it. But because this illicit business is going to help the economy of China, they allowed it. If this had been in Nigeria, it would have been on all social media.
Everybody would have been talking about
fraudster. Ghanaians are fraudster. This is what a Chinese is doing in Africa. And it did not make headline news in Western world or Chinese news. These people are parasitic on our economy. That is what they do. Everywhere they go, that is what they do. The only thing we can stop them is to appeal to our leaders, political leaders or local chief leaders, so that they stand on their feet and do the right thing. This thing must be supervised. The economic damage of mining is serious.
A lot, because it's going to spoil the land. Even the people that live in that province.
Erosion, slide. These things can lead to earthquake at times. Depending on how deep and how fast the land is mining. So government should be serious with the life of people and be selfless on this, and make sure that these people follow international laws and rules in doing this. Yes, that is what I can only appeal to the government to do, because these Chinese will continue to do.
For sure,
they will continue to do this if we allow them.
So I think the local authorities like the chiefs, the kings, Iran, and the government should work together. Like you said,
Yes.
they have to work together, because even though some of the citizens are making money out of this, even though they do that in Nigeria, in Ghana, there'll still be some Nigerians that benefit from this too. There'll still be some Ghana that benefit from this too. And there'll still be some people that work with the government authorities too that benefit from this. So they won't be able to talk about all the shady deeds they've been doing with this mining business. And the treatment of these Chinese people, most of these mining companies owners on the African citizens, is very, very pathetic, my brother. If I see the news and think about it, I feel bad as an African. Like, how would they do this to us in our home?
Some time ago, Lagos, Nigeria, I think some years back, I think a plastic or shoe manufacturer owned by Lebanese,
yeah,
locked some people inside the factory that they should not go home. It was during the COVID.
In the COVID era.
Yes,
I remember.
they should not go until that factory caught fire.
Imagine.
There are people that died in that.
In that process.
People should not be given too much excessive freedom or power
in another person's
country. In another person's country.
We can't even do that in their own country.
You cannot do this in China. We cannot do this in Lebanon. Unfortunately, Lebanon is not a better country than Nigeria or Ghana.
No.
It is not.
And you know, the African local affairs, some Lebanese authorities are even involved. Like the first coup that happened in Ghana, and some that happened in some African countries, in terms of the policy, you know, in terms of doing business with them. They get involved in our own affairs.
Now, every serious, let me say, just a popular presidential candidate in Nigeria is going to Chatham House to read out his manifesto and defend his own. Of what purpose is that?
Why will you have to go to another person's country?
Why we have to go to London to go and campaign?
Yeah, to go and campaign. It's not even like your people are even there.
Yeah, it's not that you are campaigning to your people. You are campaigning to your colonial masters,
your
plans.
So why are you going there?
Does that make sense? This is illogical to me. This is one of the ways these people will continue to control us.
To extort us. So my people, we African children need to stand up for our right. We need to speak up with our leaders and our local chiefs, like the kings and the chiefs. They're not just being there for decorating sake. They have to go and work for us and talk and safeguard our history, our culture, our existence in Africa, like it's happening in our home now to us. And I wish the African leaders do a good thing about this galamsey issue, the mining issue in the whole of Africa, not only in Ghana but to other side of Africa, you know. So we'll be going to the next one. We'll be talking about my people will be talking about Nigerian leaders have already come out, like example Pat Utomi, you know, the prolific leader out of Nigeria, have already come out and said Nigerians should emulate and follow the footsteps of Ghana in terms of bringing back diasporans. So the Nigerian leaders now are saying we need diasporans too in Nigeria. Are we ready to give them citizenship and to do naming ceremony for them? What do you think about this?
Yes, we need them.
In Nigeria?
Yes, we do. Pat Utomi is a professor of political economy and management. So if he says something like this, I tend to believe in. Ghana is doing it.
And they are making a lot of,
and it's working for Ghana
people.
So why not
It's
Nigeria?
a lot of infrastructure developmental growth in Ghana. A lot of hotels, you know, hospitals, you know, have been built by the diasporans, mostly people coming from America and the United Kingdom. Enormous hotels and hospitals, schools too. You see, Michael Blackson built free schools in Ghana. You can check this out on this platform. We've already talked about it.
Yes.
Free schools. And you know, Jay-Z might start a record label in Ghana. Charlamagne the God can start a radio station in Ghana, a very big one. And the #1 comedian in the whole world, Dave Chappelle, they all invested in Ghana. So this is the good look for Nigeria too. Like, we need diasporans.
Yes, we do. We do. And I think about 3-4 years ago, one of the presidential candidates under the platform of AAC, Omoyele Sowore, who had lived in the United States for about
America.
20 years,
Yes,
said the money Nigerians living abroad, sending home to their families, is more than the aid Western world give to Nigeria.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. So that
because
means
if you think about our population,
we have the population, and our population controls huge sum of money.
Yeah.
Now, if these people can come home, imagine how much they will put into the economy of Nigeria.
That will be a lot of money. Like you see, Floyd Mayweather that want to come and start, the boxing business in Nigeria.
That is a plan of $50 million from one person.
And Lil Wayne state is a Nigerian too.
Now, majority of African Americans, majority of them, I believe, will be from Nigeria.
Oh, for sure.
Now, let us assume that even 10% of them are ready to return home to do one kind of business or the other.
Yeah.
That is a volume of dollars. Population of African Americans.
10% of the population of African America in Nigeria. That would be a lot of turn up for Nigerians. That would be a lot of money. Yeah.
That's a lot of expansion. Even Nigerians that are not African Americans, there are a lot of them doing well in America, in Canada, in UK. If those people can even come home and invest and encourage people, share knowledge, introduce their expertise to Nigerian economy.
Because they are professionals.
They are professionals.
International professionals.
World-rated professionals.
They have more knowledge than the people back home.
Let's take sports for instance. Israel Adesanya is a Nigerian. He's doing well.
Yeah.
AJ,
he's
Anthony Joshua,
is doing well.
The first one is MMA.
Yeah,
winner.
But he live in Switzerland, but he's a diasporan. He's a Nigerian diasporan.
AJ, Anthony Joshua, heavyweight boxer.
But he live in UK, but he's a Nigerian diasporan. Yeah.
Usman.
Yeah.
MMA, UFC fighter,
Usman.
a champion.
He live in United States of America, in Florida, but he's a Nigerian. And he's a diasporan, yeah.
We have many
a lot of them.
Musician, Shadi Adu is a Nigerian.
Even Lil Wayne now says he's a Nigerian.
So,
Big Sean says
these
he's a Nigerian.
These are the people we already know. We have Nigerian youth. They are not African American. They are Nigerians. They are living abroad. These are rich people.
Yeah.
Who can clean up the mess of youth crime if they come.
And even help the the unemployment issue in Africa.
Of course, these are people that can invest millions of dollars in Nigeria. The only thing is for the government to make the environment good for them,
suitable for them to stay,
suitable for them,
and to save and back them up in anything they do in terms of business,
support
in terms
them.
of development.
So
they'll be able to develop more and invest more. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, to make them feel comfortable in that country. Yeah, for sure.
These are the things that we encourage people to come home. Pat Utobi is right. At least it is working in Ghana. It can work in Nigeria. Let us encourage these people to come and invest back home. Even if they don't want to live here, they can invest on the promises that government will be on their side.
Able to supervise them and support them and help them out in everything they do. So my people, this is a good look. Pat Utomi, a prolific, philosopher from Nigeria, have already come out and stapled this, like Nigerian too need the diaspora and Nigerian should emulate what Ghana have already done in their own country. So my people, this is what we're talking about on AfricaUnitytv. It's all about development of African children, development between Ghana, Nigeria, togetherness, oneness, and everything that the African children already do to safeguard themselves and present their story to the world the right way, the rightful way it should be. So my people be going to the next one. Cameroon. The prolific country of Cameroon have already banned bleaching cream. You can check this out on my platform. I've already talked about it. They banned bleaching cream around September. And now the other West African countries too, like Ghana, Nigeria, Benin Republic, Cote d'Ivoire, Burkina Faso and other West African countries have already come out and stated that they want to follow the footstep of Cameroon in banning bleaching cream, because bleaching cream now on the surface of Africa, mostly West Africa, is now a pandemic. So what do you think about West African countries emulating what Cameroon do in terms of banning bleaching cream in their country? So what do you think about this?
Yeah, it is a serious pandemic.
It's a serious one, my brother.
Pandemic. There was even a time I read that in Ghana, women are were bleaching unborn babies. Babies that were not born, they were already doing it, bleaching.
How?
So that when the child will come out light skinned.
But how?
I don't know the kind of technology or
Chemical
medication. I read that.
Wow.
They are doing that. This is serious. This is serious. And to me, this is a function of inferiority complex.
Yeah.
You feel that the only way you can be accepted into a certain class is for your skin to be fair.
Yeah, to bleach your skin.
To bleach your skin. And this is a damage to the skin.
Because even our continent in Africa is very hot.
It's very...
Then once you use the bleaching cream, you started smelling, you get older than your age, your body, your skin started going wrinkling, you know, because you forcing a chemical on your skin.
Yes, these are the side effects. You get wrinkles faster than you should.
Yeah.
And if you stop it, you get darker and worse than before.
The wrinkles that you should get at the age of 60, you'll be having at the age of 35. You see some female, their sideburn over here is already born on their face.
Sideburn is because you know, even most of these people that do these things, they use substandard cream. They are not rich enough to buy the good creams. So they use...
And our weather too is not conducive for them.
This is a
you see people using cream.
Averagely we have 33 degrees Celsius.
Thank you, my brother. Yeah, we do.
The sun cannot allow you to maintain this.
Never.
So
never.
This is a problem. You should be proud of what you have. You should be proud of your skin. What should matter to you? And this thing is very, very common among ladies.
Both female, yes. Even some male too.
Some men do it. Some men do it.
Bonku, there is a fighter, a boxer in Ghana. His name is Bonkum Banku. He bleached his skin.
So
you'll be surprised. It's from the they call it the ghetto. It's from the ghetto, you know. So he bleached his skin. So, I think it's from Ashima or somewhere.
How can you despise yourself so much that you have to bleach your skin?
Take the beauty of God out, so and you leave the artificial beauty.
It is going to be worse.
And now their skin will be very soft. If they had accident, they can die immediately because their skin is like the level, the last tenderness, like the last level of their skin. I don't know why we do this to us. It's like a brainwashing.
When you are not confident
situation,
in yourself,
you're not happy about
you need
how
to
you
look like somebody
else to appreciate how you look.
This is wrong. This is wrong. If they can ban this, it will be very, very fantastic. Be real. Be what you are. And most of these people, they do this thing even wrongly. You see their knuckles black.
Yeah.
You see their elbows black. You see certain part of their black. This is bad. This is, to me, is disfiguration. I don't see any beauty in it.
They're just disfiguring their skin.
They're disfiguring their skin. This is a problem. Go out, be yourself, live your life. You don't need to copy any other person to.
No.
See, this thing, although it's not today.
No, it's been a long time. Yeah.
And it is because it is not
even
checked.
Michael Jackson bleached too.
Yeah, it is because it is not checked. Although Michael Jackson claimed that he has a skin problem. Okay. That is why he bleeds. That is his own excuse. Okay. Whether true or not, we do not know. But even his sister, Janet Jackson, the same thing. So I don't know how much people want to feel like the white.
And we African, with the most beautiful people in the world.
Of course.
If they want to have any examination or they want to do any text on any to check on any human being, like, you know, like our background, the biography, our history and everything, is the black female. And
you know that the color of the skin is determined by melanin, which is a kind of protective hormone for your skin. It protects your skin.
Even the white people do not have this.
Yes,
that's why they put the same advantage. That's why they put the sunscreen cream on themselves. Yeah,
that's why they tan their body and do sunbath during summer.
And you know now most of the doctors in Africa have already come out with these statistics. They said cancer, the reason that there's a massive influx of cancer in Africa is because of the bleaching cream.
Yeah, that is.
So what do you think about this?
Yeah, of course it is.
So how will you want to look beautiful, bleach your skin and get cancer?
So our people should get proper orientation. They should get proper education. That
Africa.
the skill does not determine your intellect.
No.
The skill does not determine your value.
No.
In fact, to me, it regrets you when you bleach. To me, so people should appreciate themselves the way they are.
Beauty, the African beauty.
Yeah, appreciate yourself.
That's number one beauty in the whole world.
So, if government across West Africa can stop it, that'd be fine.
So government across West Africa should ban this crime pandemic issue. It's a big issue in Africa. It's a big issue in Africa. We see some people too in Jamaica, some of their prolific artists like Vybz Kartel, Intense, other people coming out from Jamaica. It's same thing. When we talk about Africa, we talk about the Caribbeans too, because it's the same thing as Africa. So my people will be going to the next one. My brother will be talking about Cameroon Francis Ngannou. We'll be reacting to, the UFC exit and the comment from the founder of UFC himself, Dana White. Dana White have already come out to say that Francis Ngannou is no more the heavyweight UFC champion. Now there'll be a fight between John Jones, and they have already, they're supposed to have a fight with him and Jones before, but they say Francis Ngannou is asking for too much, and now they're not taking him serious, and after 2 years they have the right to strip him of the belt if they don't agree with the terms and conditions he's putting down on the table. Now they want Jones to defend this title with someone else. What do you think about this? And now Francis Ngannou is moving from UFC to boxing. So what do you think about this?
Yeah, Francis Ngannou is somebody that I've always have interest in because of his history. He migrated illegally.
Yeah, from Cameroon to France, from France to America.
Yes. So, and because of the hard life he had when he was
to survive in Cameroon.
So he said when he came to the US, one of the things he found that he could do to stabilize himself was to do that fight.
UFC.
MMA.
Because of his physique.
Yes.
MMA. He was loading sand into trucks in Cameroon.
He had a lot of
got it.
past.
Yeah.
So he went to MMA, which is a mixed martial art.
Yeah, you're right.
So fortunately, because he was able to train himself, discipline himself, he rose to become the champion, and he was one of the most brutal champions.
Number one champion in UFC history. Yeah.
He fought hard and he hit hard. So in this,
he beat Stephen Mapiok. He beat a lot of people. He humiliated a lot of people. He's very heavy with his punch. It's like they say they compare his punches to that of Mike Tyson.
I saw him and Mike Tyson once when Mike Tyson was giving him tips on how to hit.
Yeah, he opened up. He said he opened up. He stated that the real reason he kept fighting because of his love for boxing. That he loved boxing more than the UFC.
Yeah. So now
he just don't have no choice than to survive. That's why he's doing the UFC.
Yes, and has reached the top. So now that the UFC said they have stripping of his title. To me, what Francis Ngannou was saying was that his terms that he put forward and condition
on the table
that UFC could not meet will not allow him to be independent of the terms and conditions.
Yeah,
it's like they wanted to box him to a box because he did not want to do.
No, because he spit it out. He said, now I'm free. Yes. I'm not being trapped.
Yes.
I'm free.
Yes.
And
he mentioned another thing that even as of December, his contract had expired.
Yeah, by
UFC.
December, with
so
UFC.
Dana White cannot come out and say they have stripping of his title.
No, because they did not renew his contract.
Yeah, when he had no contract
with them.
He had no contract. So that is that. How they want to settle that, I do not know whether we claim to remain a champion or UFC will claim that they have really stripped. But now him venting into boxing, it's not a new thing. Remember this guy that fought, I've forgotten this guy's name. He was in UFC too. McGregor.
Oh, McGregor.
Yeah,
McGregor. He fought with Floyd Mayweather.
He left
an exhibition fight. Yeah.
He left UFC and went to.
You're talking
boxing.
about the UFC fighter from Northern Ireland.
Yeah, so he went and fought in boxing. He lost anyway, but at least that's a hand me.
It's an exhibition match. He get paid like 24 million or something on that fight. but they paid Floyd Mayweather more
of course,
than him because he's a fighter. Yeah, he's a boxer.
Floyd Mayweather is the biggest face in boxing right now, so
yeah.
he will earn more. So if Francis Ngannou want to venture into boxing, if he can meet the requirement, of course, he will be allowed to fight into boxing. So, and I believe he may do well. He may do well.
I believe he's going to do well because in terms of his physique, and he's been stating it long time, my brother, because I've been following his greatness and his success in UFC history, coming from MMA, graduating to UFC. I've been following everything. He has already come out and he started like his first love is for boxing, it's not for UFC. So I know he's gonna do well. If you look at his physique, the way he's built and the heaviness of his punches, they compare this to like life of Mike Tyson, Joe Frazier. They compare his punches to that. So I know Francis Ngannou from Cameroon, my African brother, is gonna do well. So him leaving the UFC, truly I felt a certain way about this because a lot of African children look up to Usman, Israel Adesanya, Francis Ngannou. Most of the African children look up to that now because they think like UFC is another escape route for them to make more money, and develop money in their art and craft in Africa. And they've seen these brothers, coming back to Africa, like Francis Ngannou really donate a lot of money into Cameroon.
Yes,
he really donate a lot of money into the Francophone side of Cameroon.
It's like some of the superstars in sport who are from French-speaking part of West Africa. They have that mentality. We talked about this Senegalese footballer who plays in Senemani. How he donated generously to Senegal and helped a lot of youth. So Francis Ngannou too is one of them who does that frequently and very well. So I just pray him success when he shifts to boxing. I just pray he can maintain that momentum he has in the UFC.
Because a lot of African people really backed him up, really support him. Is the one that I see like the real heavyweight fighter. So I believe he's going to do well in
it's the highest ranking African in the UFC. It's the highest
in the history, in the history of UFC, because the division of Israel Adesanya,
they are in lower classes. Compared to the heavyweight division. That's why they have to strip him and give this opportunity to John Jones that have a lot of history. John Jones has always been fighting in light heavyweight, not light heavyweight.
Wow.
Now if he's able to fight the next
and won this belt
category, now he become the heavyweight.
So it means if he win this category, he has already won in every category.
Yes.
Wow. So my people, this is what we talked on Africa Unity platform. Mr. Steve Ade, every week, give us new insight, give us more history. He's been doing this for a while now on this platform, and I'm very, very grateful of him coming out every time to give us the main insight, to everyone on this platform. And kudos to all the members of Africa Unity platform. It's unity on this platform, African Unity to the world. So my people will be going to the next one. We'll be talking to everyone on this platform, and kudos to all the members of Africa Unity platform. It's unity on this platform, African Unity to the world. So my people will be going to the next one. We'll be talking Kudus, the Ghana prolific youth player that display and show himself in the previous just finished World Cup in Qatar 2022. This brother prolific player from Ghana have been selected to the FIFA team of 2022-2023. So what do you think about this greatness, this great news for this brother? Because a lot of prolific African players in the past have been to this level too. Like we can talk about, Abedi Pele from Ghana. From the onset, we can talk about Asamoah Gyan. We can talk about Hapia from Ghana. Peace too. A lot of prolific people will come down to Nigeria. We can talk about Kanu. We can talk about Celestine Babayaro, JJ Okocha, Daniel Amokachi that was scored in the UEFA Champions League that they call it now. A lot of African players have been to this pinnacle, have been to this level. We can even talk of Adebayo, Samuel Eto'o. So what do you think about the rapid growth of Kudus? Because I really love what he did. It's from the Songo They call them Songo in Ghana. The ghetto, it's from Songo. So what do you think about this transformation of this brother greatness in the world?
Yeah, Kudus it is a kind of honor to be selected by FIFA as part of the FIFA team for the year.
Yeah,
that's very, very good. But I just pray that if you rise like this, young lad, if you rise to the top fast, you don't come down fast, because whenever I see young people coming to limelight fast, the player that always comes to mind is one guy called, I think I remember his first name, right? Francis Adu. I know Adu is the last name, Adu.
I've never heard about it.
Yeah, Francis. He was a very young, fantastic player from Ghana, but based in, I think he played in United States of America. At very young, in fact,
I do remember. Yes. They compare him to Pele.
Yes, they were comparing to Pele.
To you Pele, yeah.
Pele.
But he never made it to that pinnacle of greatness.
Of management, you know, if you don't have a good managers around you who can allow you to grow and learn at the right time, it is disastrous. So I just pray that Kudus will keep calm.
Yeah.
I pray that he will learn. I pray that he will not be stubborn.
Yeah.
Yes. Pay attention to training and listen to professional advice.
Yeah. So the mentality and the money, you know, of African football are making it out, come into its head.
Yeah. So I don't pray for a situation where you get up to the top fast and you will be overwhelmed by fame and money, and you think you are there already. No, you are not there already. Kudus, you have done well for yourself. You have done well for the country.
Yeah. Even for the continent.
Yes.
Because it's a young player, he can still win everything.
Keep your training hard. Listen to advice. They asked Ronaldo, he said, what is the greatest thing you do to maintain your position?
In football.
In football. He said, talent without hard work is nothing. Talent without hard work is nothing. So my advice to Kudus is keep training.
Should keep the momentum going.
Yeah, keep the momentum. Keep training. Keep training. Do not be distracted by your fame, by your name, by the money, by the status now. You have just started. You have the world at your feet. Keep training, and I pray you have good advisors who will not capitalize on your innocence to rip you off of your future. That's just my opinion about that.
So Kudus should keep the momentum going, because if you keep the momentum going, we don't know, maybe one day will become the best player in the world, won the Ballon d'Or, even the African best player, because I think at this level he can win the African youngest player, and I think one day in future too, he will be at that pinnacle level of Asamoah Gyan in the history of Ghana, and Samuel Eto'o, you know, and other prolific players that have already come out of Africa, you know, like Ngannou, people that have prolific record in history of Africa. I hope Kudus too will make it to this pinnacle of talent and level in the international
and even
world. And even beyond. So my people, will be going to the next one. We'll be talking about the Morocco national team. You know, their reason in pulling out from the CAN Championship 2023 that is already going on now in Algeria, the history, the politics, and the background. Why do two-time champion Morocco, they are the previous champion in this competition, why would they have to pull off from the CAN competition 2023? Because, you know, they made it to the semi-final of the World Cup. Their Morocco national team B can go to that same competition and prove themselves, because they have a lot of home-based players in the same Morocco national team that went for the World Cup in Qatar. So what do you think about this?
As at now, Morocco national team is the best team in Africa.
Oh, for sure. Nobody can argue.
And this chance is for national team of any country, but the players are locally based. They are locally based,
to promote them and project them to the world too.
So it's like the second level of the national team.
Thank you.
But Morocco, not playing in Algeria.
Yeah.
You know, the host country now is Algeria.
Mm-hmm.
It's more political than sports. The reason why they will not be playing or where they are not playing is more political than sports.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The political, the political and the background of the politics and the reason why.
Yes.
Because we know they have this, unsettled relationship
with Algeria.
Yeah.
You know, this is not the first time this is going to happen in Africa. In 1994, Nigeria national team, the Super Eagles, won the Nations Cup.
Yeah.
By virtue of that winning, Nigeria was to defend that champion compulsorily in 1996.
Yeah, for sure.
In 1996, the host country was South Africa.
Mm-hmm.
South Africa got independence around that time.
Yeah.
Nigeria had a military
new regime,
which was not recognized.
President Sonny Abacha.
Yes.
In Africa.
In Africa.
The African Union did not recognize him because
it was a military.
Yeah, cool.
So because of that, Nigeria pulled out. The government said Nigeria should pull out
of the World Cup. He pulled Nigeria national team out there himself.
So Nigeria was not able to defend, and Nigeria got sanctioned from CAF. So this is a similar case.
And South Africa won that opportunity. They take that opportunity and won that competition.
And from that time, 1994 was the peak of Nigerian national team soccer. That team was the best.
We have the best players in the world.
Yes, that was the best.
From our keeper, goalkeeper, down to the main striker, Rashidi Yekini, to the midfield, Sam Siasia, Mokachi, Finidi George. There's Mutia Adepoju, Daniel Amunike. There's nobody in Africa that made it up to that level of those players in Africa in history.
And from that point, Nigerian national team started deteriorating.
Yeah, because there's no support.
No, because we are not playing. No competition for you to play in 2 years.
Yeah, and you're very hot at that time.
So now there was no transition from the old players to the new ones coming. So this is happening again in Algeria. Algeria versus Morocco. Algeria and Morocco have a kind of cold war between them.
I'm telling you, they have a huge cold war that has been going on for a long time.
Morocco has not been flying to Algeria for a long time because of that. And that is why Morocco will not be playing.
They push them back on their airspace, they don't want them to fly to because they have, ethnicity rivalry. There's some tribes in Morocco now that they believe they're from Algeria and Morocco claim them. This is a very strong issue that is going on in Africa in terms of the borders, them separating us, some people falling into other places, like you have some tribes too in Tanzania and Uganda as an example. Some fall into Kenya, some fall into Tanzania, and some they fall into Uganda. And the same Kosa group, they call them Kosa, the same Kosa, they fall to separate tribes. Yes. And some are even in South Africa. So, but we want Africa, we know we want people. But the white men have already, differentiate us. They have already divided us through borders, and and this is really causing problem between us. This is what caused the problem between Morocco and Algeria, and two very close countries.
Unfortunately, football in the world is a unit of unification.
Yeah, it's a game of unification.
Yeah, it's a game of unification, and this is happening again in Africa. It is pathetic. I just only wish I could appeal to these countries and settle their differences.
Because it doesn't mean nothing. They're same. It's like they say Benin ban Nigeria from coming to Benin Republic, or Cote d'Ivoire ban Ghana from coming to Cote d'Ivoire, because they're very close. How would they ban that? So my people, this is what we talked about. This is what we talk on an Africa Unity platform. We founded this platform for the greatness and for unity to reign on the soil of Africa. And we want all our people, to work together, celebrate the success of other African countries. If Morocco made it to Algeria, there could have been a lot of huge celebration. The same Arab countries, the neighbors. If you leave Tunisia, you're going to Morocco. It's only Tunisia in the middle of Algeria and Morocco, and they share the border between the two of them. So why this division? This is what we're saying on Africa Unity platform is all about unification of African kids for the growth of Africa. So my brother will be going to the next one. We give a lot of kudos to you guys. We've seen the the development and the improvement on this channel. Like, you liking our content, commenting on our content. You guys give us a lot of zeal to keep doing what we're doing, and we're back again, and we'll be kicking it, we'll be starting with we'll be talking about Sierra Leone. Sierra Leone have already launched what Ghana did in West Africa. They had a prolific YouTuber. They call him Search for Uwu. He brought a lot of people back home to Africa. Mainly Nigeria and Sierra Leone. But the people that went to Sierra Leone have already get their passport already, their citizenship in Sierra Leone. But some people in Nigeria have not get theirs. But they told them they're going to give them. So what do you think about this initiative from Sierra Leone emulating what is going on in Ghana?
It is good, as you know, we have a saying that it is good to have more friends than to have more enemies. So if people can use a medium, a platform, an influence to bring
more people
in a united force, this is what we preach. Unity is the only thing that can push
African people to the forefront. Forward. Nothing else.
That's the only thing we
There's
need.
Nothing else that will take us to the forefront. So, nothing else.
If it is sport you want to use to bring people home, fine. If it is your YouTube platform, it is fine. All we need is...
It's an American, but it's helping people.
Sierra Leone is not particularly rich as a nation. And it is very, very encouraging. It's very, very good when Americans will be doing this for us. It is encouraging. And I think this is a follow-up or applying the footstep of Ghana. Ghana is championing this. And Africa. It is of particular interest that Americans are following to the plan. And they are doing it. YouTube is a big platform. And an American is using this to bring people back home to Sierra Leone and to Nigeria. And people are already getting their citizenship. They
get it. They give them the passport already in Sierra Leone. And Nigeria promised like the middle of the year in 2023 they will give some people to some citizenship too in Nigeria.
This is very, very good. This is very, very encouraging. We like this, and we too we should make ourselves available. Create a platform, friendly atmosphere to encourage these people to come and like us and do their businesses with us. This is what we need. This is very, very good. It's
and
very,
they're going to invest a lot too in Sierra Leone.
They will invest. They will invest.
Because they said it like the Freetown, the capital of Sierra Leone, they said a lot of their developmental growth and businesses in Sierra Leone a little bit shaky. But with this new development and multitude, I'm talking of massive number of African Americans, mostly the FBA, the Foundation of Black Americans, they choose Sierra Leone. A lot of them, which Search for Uwu have been doing this for like 3-4 years, I think so. I've been following his platform, checking everything out. That's why he knows he took some people down to the western side of Nigeria too, on Uwu, for the citizenship in Nigeria too. So it's a good work from this brother. We're just stating about it because it's gone viral and it's one of the most recognized YouTuber on the YouTube platform, talking about Africa and talking about the connectivity between the African Americans and the West African people. So my people, there's a big thing in Africa now because the real son and the real children of Africa, they're coming back home. Like we see Jay-Z, Carlo Holloway, Charlemagne the God, Dave Chappelle, a lot of Usher, just name them, a lot of basketball stars, a lot of musicians, Hollywood stars, just name them. So the ECOWAS leaders and the African leaders, I know they have a lot of plans, to develop Africa and to put our ideology and our policy to the Western world, to tell them African youths and African leaders are ready to develop Africa, because everything we talk on this platform is just for the development of Africa and the international community, for the goodness of Africa for Africa. It's what we're saying on AfricaUnity platform is all about unification of African kids for the growth of Africa. So my brother will be going to the next one. We'll be talking about the ongoing issue in the United States of America, the RICO case of Young Thug and Gunna. I'll be talking about the black on black crime in America, the King Von case with FBG Doc. They stated that it just came out yesterday that King Von the deceased rapper that they killed in Atlanta, having issue with Condorondo, you know, they stated that this brother put $100,000 bond, you know, $100,000 on the head of FBG Dog to kill this brother. And they killed this brother in Gold Coast, and they have already arrested the other 5 people that do this dirty work. What do you think about the black on black crimes between the rappers, American rappers, you know, deleting themselves out of the scene? So what do you think about this from King Von and Lil Durk, and you know, the YSL RICO case of Young Thug and Gunna? They say Gunna snitch on Young Thug. After a few months, he's back home now, but Young Thug is staying in cell. So what do you think about this?
No, we have always said on this platform that crime is not allowed in any society. Right. Crime is not what we should preach.
Yeah.
We should not engage in crime.
For sure.
And quite unfortunately, when people are trying to reunite black community in the whole world, these people, young musicians, who have a lot of influence,
on the youth,
are the people deleting each other for just no reason. See, King Von and this little dog, these are youngsters. These are people that are making money, that they should be enjoying themselves. And these are the people doing this in bizarre way, in broad daylight,
killing themselves.
These are people who we should say the future is at their feet. They have
because they're very young.
They are very young.
They had a big record label,
money,
you know,
they
back
have
in
influence,
and everything.
They have the future
at their hand, at their palm.
And they are just wasting it. This is United States of America. You know, crimes like this cannot go unpunished.
Never.
And you go openly, in open glare, shooting people. You go to mall where you know there are CCTV cameras killing people. This is bad. This is not what we should encourage. This is not what we should be saying in public spaces. This is not the first time. We said it the other time. That is what happened to the Tutorial BIG. This is what happened to Tupac. These are great talents.
Even PNP Rock in California, that they killed him while he was having dinner with his wife. A father sent his son to go rob him, to rob his chain, and they killed this brother in front of his wife.
So this is very, very pathetic. This is very, very bad. We don't want to come and discuss things like this.
Imagine.
This is bad. This is not.
You see the issue of takeoff too in Houston.
Yes. See, the issue of takeoff.
We talked about this on this platform today. We talked about this on the platform before. They shot this brother to the again.
Bad about this, these are black people,
and they killed themselves on camera.
In public space. This is, I don't know. This is very, very bad. You know, but most of these people they are on drugs too.
A lot of them are on drugs.
People on drugs,
misbehaving, and you know, and they got a lot of money with them.
Yes, they can waste.
Imagine they're on drugs and they got a lot of money, so they can do and undo. And a lot of people are going to listen to them, like the case of the 5-0 blocks, the people that killed Lil Durk. Look at the way they killed this guy in Gold Coast. You can see the video.
This is in public. One of the busiest streets in
Chicago, Gold Coast.
You do this during daylight.
I'm telling you, my brother. It's very sad. The black on black crime, I don't know. And the YSL RICO case. So the RICO case is in America. Ever since from the days of the Mafian, they have been thinking of a way, you know, once people have a problem, they say they indicted everybody like a RICO case. RICO case means combining everybody issues together. So now they have to figure it out by fighting their cases in the court of law and saying, oh, I'm not part of the gang, I'm not part of the RICO, you know, I'm not part of this, because it's like packing everybody together. So Gunna is a friend to Young Thug, and Gunna, after they arrested them together, they're the biggest artists in the YSL RICO case. And at the end, a few weeks ago, we see Gunna coming out saying, oh, they found guns and drugs in car of Ghana while Ghana was driving with Young Talk. Now they say who owns it, nobody said nothing. Now at the court, Ghana snitched. And in hip-hop, the biggest offense in hip-hop is for you to snitch. You pointing fingers on other people is very hard in hip-hop. Once you do that, they cancel you. We can see the case of 6ix9ine, a Mexican, you know, that was born in America, born in Brooklyn, in North Side, in East New York. He keep pushing his game to the upper level, but he goes with the blood gang. And at the end, you know, they put him to on this same RICO case. They put all of them together, they have to fight for. And at the end, some people end up 35 years, 25 years in prison, you know, even 100 years in that 6ix9ine case. Some people will be coming back home forever. No, so now they said Ghana did the same thing by snitching on Young Talk. We see this, I saw the video myself. They say, are you part of the gang? He said no. Who owns the gun? Talk. Who owns the drugs? Young Talk. So a lot of people like Lil Baby from Atlanta, a lot of the people around America hip-hop community have been already coming out and pointing fingers to Ghana. That Ghana said he's thinking about pushing P, now he's pushing snitching. That's what they said. So what do you think about this?
So, you see, when people indulge in drugs,
criminal activities,
we can see,
gangs.
we say they can do and undo things.
Yeah.
In one of the cases you have mentioned, we saw one of them on camera pointing fingers at, this is the person that pulled the trigger.
Yeah, in the old block 5 cases. Yeah, you're right. You're right. He was pointing fingers to the killers. Yeah, on camera in public. Yeah, having an interview. Imagine. They're not scared of the law.
They're not scared of the law. No, see, the law should take them off the streets. The law should take them because they are having a lot of bad influence on people.
On other people.
Other people. It is pathetic. These people are purely black people.
I'm telling you, my brother, this is a bad issue. It's a bad name for the African American people, for all the black people around the world, even to African people, because we African American, we African people. We African before we became whatsoever we became in the world.
You're right.
You know, so my brother, this is what we say, black on black crime in the United States of America, they should put it to an end. We see a lot of people die from this, like Nipsey Hussle, that was trying to help his community. They killed him in California in his community. We've seen prolific people. We've seen Young Dolph from Philadelphia that was signing people from Memphis. Young Dolph from Memphis that was signing people to his label. And they killed this brother buying donuts, buying candy, you know, at Mekidas for his mother. Just going to buy stuff from his mother in the cookie shop, and they killed this brother. They shot him more than 12 times. So this is what we're saying, like the black on black crime. You've seen a lot of people, they shot some people to like 20 times. Why? Are they fighting war? In a country that have the most supervised, you know, environment in the whole world. So my brother, this is what we're talking about, and we'll be going to the next one. We'll be talking about Manchester United. Talking about Manchester United in the Premiership now. The rise of Manchester United. Now they're competing for the trophy now. But we see them drop a point yesterday. You know, playing Crystal Palace that they play 1-1 draw. We can see the last minute, 9-minute goals from Crystal Palace, and Garnacho is the one that take Cristiano Ronaldo's space, and he's been doing fantastic job in Manchester United. We see Rashford too. He's been scoring ever since he went to the World Cup, and he's been topping the going shot in Manchester United. You know, what do you think about this newfound form of Manchester United?
Well, the exit of Ronaldo has paved way for
a lot of players,
I think they've won about 9 matches since the
they won 9 yesterday. They dropped a point to like make it 10 on the run.
They won 9. So that is a testimony that Ronaldo exit is a favor. They never won 9 consecutive matches when Ronaldo was there. So
never.
This is a good news for Manchester United and their fans, and I pray
like people like me.
Yeah, I pray they can keep up the momentum. Now I think they are in the 4th position now. Yeah. So they have secured.
They're supposed to make it to the 2nd position yesterday because of the point they dropped yesterday.
As at this moment they have secured Champions League position.
Yeah.
This is very good news, and if they continue like that, at least they can challenge for the title, although it is very, very difficult how they can upstage Arsenal at this point, but at least they can have a comfortable stay in Champions League position.
Yeah.
Yes, this is good. Rashford has been doing well, and everybody generally has been doing well.
Even the midfielder, the defender, yeah.
Everybody has been doing well since the exit of Ronaldo. So I think the negative energy around Ronaldo has been done with, and everybody is speaking of positive energy. It is good for Manchester United, and I'm particularly happy for the coach, the manager.
Yeah, I'm happy for him too.
If he had been dropping more points now,
they have already fired him.
Yeah, he would have
They'll sack him because now a lot of people will be like, oh, Cristiano Ronaldo.
He was right.
He said something about this.
Yes.
That they don't think this coach is up to that standard. But they saw his enormous work that he did in Ajax Amsterdam. I brought up young players to the level of prominence in Ajax Amsterdam. Truly, we know Ajax Amsterdam have a lot of history in grooming young players. They groom a lot of Nigerian players like Tijani Babangida, Celestine Babayaro, Kanu Wanko, a lot. Finidi Joe. They groom them out of Ajax Amsterdam. You can see the knowledge of those players. So this is a kind of coach that have enormous respect. And I've already worked with a lot of prolific, players coming out of the camp of Ajax Amsterdam. And now he's transcending the same initiative and knowledge down to the Manchester United, football team. And we hope this continue, because this is the new face of Manchester United that all of the fans have been craving for. Like me, I've been craving for this when I saw the win. Even though they played draw, I still like it because, you can see the teamwork and connectivity between the players
since the exit of Ferguson, Manchester United has never been this good.
I'm telling you, this is one of the best coaches that have already took over.
They have never won 9 consecutive matches since the exit of Ferguson.
Yeah,
so this is a good one. The coach should keep it up.
So my people, this is what we're talking about on Africa Unity platform. It's all about the inside, the good news of what is going on in Africa and international community. For we African children, to put our story to the world the rightful way. Not like showing Africa in a bad way or talking about bad history about Africa. We talked about the goodness coming out of Africa. So my brother will be going to the last topic for today. I'll be talking about the Jamaican sprinter, Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt in Jamaica, a news came out yesterday from Jamaica, and they talked about how Usain Bolt lost over $10 million in Jamaica bank reserved. Nobody know where this money go to. They said enormous fraud was being detected in the Bank of Jamaica. Why are we, the black people, trying to, invest in our own country? Why is it our money vanishing through fraud? What do you think the Jamaican government will do with this situation? Happened to Usain Bolt.
Of all the athletes that has ever laced their boot to run, Usain Bolt is one of the best, if not the best,
in history.
He has won
the 100 meter, the 200 meter,
Olympic gold
the
back
relay,
to back. 100 meter, 200 meter, 400
even
meter.
the relay, nobody have the record.
Usain Bolt is top.
From 2008, and it took it for a long time.
Yes. Usain Bolt, we must give it to Usain Bolt. He's the top runner.
So this case of money missing is
this guy is, in my opinion, is a cool-headed guy. I've never found him in around bad news before now, and it's pathetic this is happening to him. But one thing is, they have not come out officially to say the money is gone, they cannot recover it. But there's news that it's likely has been some millions
in Jamaica
in the bank. Now we don't know yet whether it's a technical error from the bank website.
They say it's fraud issue from the bank.
So if it is fraud issue from the bank, then they should be able to pin it down to somebody, because if they know it's from the bank,
it's fraud issue from the bank.
It is that means there's a collusion from somebody from an insider from the bank, but I believe, I want to believe strongly that Usain Bolt will be able to recover his money, because in this case, he was not the one transacting the business with anybody.
No.
The money was sitting in the bank.
Yeah, in the bank, yeah.
He just discovered that the money was missing from the bank.
Missing from the bank,
So,
yeah.
in this case, I believe the bank should be responsible, and the bank should be able to track down the perpetrator and recover the money. People like Usain Bolt are
national
faces,
treasure.
Yeah, are faces of national treasure.
Yeah, they're national treasure.
They are assets. These are people that have flown the flag of Jamaica high to the world.
To the highest level.
He should not be allowed to suffer this.
No, at all.
Yeah, he should not be allowed to suffer this. This is a national
disaster.
Disaster.
There should be a way to to put the lights down, because of a lot of complaints have been coming about Jamaican banks and fraud issue going on in Jamaican banks. I don't know why there's a lot of fraud in all the third world country in the world.
No, there are fraud. There are fraud cases everywhere. When you are in the limelight, any news concerning you will be blown.
It'll be viral.
Yeah, will be viral. This news alone, there are some people who are making millions in posting and reposting this news on its own. So
you're right.
Fraud is, I believe, is common. The bank should be able to do that and tame it. Usain Bolt should not be allowed to suffer this
because
nothing.
It's an asset.
It is.
It's a national asset that have been representing Jamaica to the forefront in music. He's now a dancehall artist too. He had a lot of history in athletics, and a lot in sports too. Like he tried out in the Manchester United, trials, to be a footballer.
He has been a long-time fan of
Manchester United,
and at the time he said he wanted to
play for them,
to play for Manchester United.
He said that would be part of his dream.
But yes, but that I think it was just a wishful thinking, because as at that time he was around 28 or so.
Yeah, and he was making a lot of money around the world.
So he could not possibly be signed by Manchester United.
Yeah.
He only loved Manchester United.
And he was very fast with the ball and everything. So my people, this is what we're saying on the platform. We wish the best for Usain Bolt and all the people in Jamaica, and the Jamaican government, should safeguard all their national assets. All the people that have been putting the names of Jamaica, flying their flag high, taking the names of the prolific country and the people of Jamaica to the highest level. So my people, will be coming to an end of the platform today. So it's a good one. We hope you guys enjoy what we bring up to you guys today on this platform. And what do you think, sir?
I know our viewers will normally, as they do, enjoy this one too, and we encourage them to keep subscribing, keep sharing, and keep notifying themselves, so that whenever we upload
they have the insight.
Yes, to get notified.
The prolific insight. Okay, so my people, this is what we talked about. We come to an end of the segment today. I'll be saying one Africa, one people, one unity. Please subscribe and keep commenting in the comment section. We'll be keep coming back and keep giving you the hot news coming out of Africa, from Europe, from everywhere in the world and the international community. So I'll be saying unity over division. One love for people. Thank you.
Bye for now.
Thank you. Bye for now.